She lived in silence for 11 years, until the snow brought 7 strangers to her door. This isn't just a story about winter or survival. It's about what happens when loneliness meets kindness, and when 2 souls from different worlds find home in each other. Margaret Whitmore had lived alone for 11 years. Her husband had died from illness. Her only son lost to war. And since then, the silence of the hills became her only companion. Her small wooden cabin stood deep in the Kansas wilderness, surrounded by pines and snow. Loneliness didn't scare her anymore. She had learned to carry it, like a stone in her shoe. She rarely spoke. The nearest town was 2 days away by horse. She lived with the land, with silence, with sorrow. But that winter, something changed. It was early December. The first snow had come quickly, covering the hills in white silence. She was sitting by the window when she heard it, the sound of footsteps in the snow. At first, she thought it was an elk. But it was heavier, rhythmic, purposeful. When she opened the door, lantern in hand, her heart froze. 7 tall men on dark horses stood before her, their chests bare in the cold, bone necklaces around their necks, animal furs tied at their waists. Comanche warriors. They looked serious, but not threatening. The man in front dismounted. Tall, strong, calm. His black hair fell past his shoulders like a river. He walked slowly toward her and said, "We do not come to fight. Only to ask, may we stay? The snow is coming hard tonight." Margaret's heart pounded. She looked up at the sky, then into the men's eyes. She didn't see danger. She saw exhaustion. And something she knew too well, silence. She stepped aside. "You can stay." That night, she gave them everything she had, space near the fire, old blankets, and warmth. They asked for nothing, and treated her with quiet respect. Days passed. A brutal snowstorm hit the hills. The Comanche stayed, and they helped. They fixed her broken roof, hunted food, chopped firewood. They didn't speak much, but they were present. One man stayed close to her, the one who had spoken at the door. His name was Tao. Tao had a peaceful way about him, as if he had made peace with the world, even its pain. He didn't speak much, but when he did, his words were like stones in a river, steady and deep. One night, as they sat near the fire and shared bread, Tao looked at her and said, "You have the soul of the earth." Margaret looked up, surprised. "What does that mean?" she asked, a small smile touching her lips, her first smile in years. He replied, "It means everything comes and goes, but you remain." That night, Margaret cried alone. Not because she was sad, but because someone had seen her. For the first time in years, someone had really seen her. Weeks passed. The storm finally ended. It was time for the Comanche to leave. Margaret prepared food for their journey. She thanked them for their kindness and quiet dignity. One by one, the men nodded, mounted their horses, and rode off. All but Tao. He stayed behind. He walked over and placed a small wooden bird in her hands, carved by hand. "For you," he said. "Because you must fly too." Margaret's throat tightened. She hugged him, her first embrace in 11 years. "Why are you staying?" she asked softly. He smiled. "Because I don't have war anymore," he said. "And you are home," the town whispered. Some called it a miracle. Some called her mad. But no one truly understood how much that snowfall had changed everything. Margaret never lived alone again. Her house was still small, but it was full now. Full of laughter, stories, old songs, and a new life. Because sometimes life reminds us, it's not a race, or language, or history that keeps us apart. It's the walls we build inside. And sometimes, all it takes is snow, silence, and a stranger with gentle eyes to melt them. Some say the storm brought danger. Others say it brought madness. But Margaret knew the truth. It brought healing. It brought hope. It brought him. Because sometimes, a single act of warmth in the coldest winter can change everything. And love, real love, doesn't speak in loud words, it just stays.